Hello there, and it is good to be with you on Holy Saturday. And today I'm going to read from the Gospel of John, chapter 19, reading from verses 38 to 42. Later, Joseph of Arimathea asked Pilate for the body of Jesus. Now Joseph was a disciple of Jesus, but secretly because he feared the Jews. With Pilate's permission, he came and took the body away. He was accompanied by Nicodemus, the man who earlier had visited Jesus at night. Nicodemus brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 75 pounds. Taking Jesus' body, the two of them wrapped it with the spices in strips of linen. This was in accordance with the Jewish burial customs. At the place where Jesus was crucified, there was a garden, and in the garden a new tomb, in which no one had ever been laid. Because it was the Jewish day of preparation, and since the tomb was nearby, they laid Jesus there. Jesus had now died, and the overriding concern was for the dignity of his body. In the closing 5 verses of this passage, we see 2 men present their gifts to Jesus, as they use their positions and indeed their wealth to ensure that what happens next is dignified. Those 2 men are Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus. Joseph was a rich man who had his own tomb, and Nicodemus was a Pharisee that we might remember met with Jesus in chapter 3. The 2 men were both members of the Sanhedrin who had condemned Jesus to death. It may be that they had stayed silent or simply were not there when the verdict was pronounced. We simply do not know. What is important is what they would now both do. These last acts would be a great gift to Jesus and indicate in a way who Jesus really was. So let's start with Joseph. They had to act with speed at Jesus' death, as it was just before the start of the Sabbath. Whatever they were to do would have to be done with great haste. Not just anyone can go to Pilate, the Roman governor. So Joseph has enough standing to do so and gains Pilate's permission to take Jesus' body. This is a great gift, as it allows Jesus to be dealt with in a dignified manner. But more than that, Jesus is taken to a new tomb in which nobody has ever been laid. This was Joseph's own tomb and was a remarkable gift to Jesus. Kings and queens are often laid with their ancestors. Jesus is a king, but he is set apart from all others. The actual cost of the tomb can only be guessed. Which brings us to Nicodemus. Joseph's gift was remarkable, and so was Nicodemus, who came along with 75 pounds of a mixture of myrrh and aloes. This was a very large amount, and would have only ever been used in such quantities for a royal burial. Both Joseph and Nicodemus knew that Jesus was a king. He was a royal, and should be treated in the right way. Mary poured a pint of nard over Jesus' feet at Bethany, which we are told was over a year's wages. That was extravagant, but what about this? Well, I had to look this up, and some estimations are that this would be worth well in excess of £100,000 in today's money. That is a staggeringly large and costly amount, fitting for a king. A costly burial for a costly death. Joseph and Nicodemus may have been afraid before Jesus died. The manner of Jesus' death had affected them. Suddenly they are transformed. They are bold. Joseph goes to Pilate, and Nicodemus brings costly myrrhs and aloes. Jesus' death had drawn Joseph and Nicodemus to himself. The power of the cross turns sinners into saints and cowards into heroes. The cross has power to transform, and we see 2 men transformed as they enter the Sabbath. our Holy Saturday. And so today, as we travel through Holy Saturday, may we find it a time of transformation, and may we consider what gifts we can bring to Jesus out of love and gratitude for what he did and has done for us. Amen.